Welcome to the Tribe Talk Show, live from Atlanta. On this show, you get real conversations, inspiring stories, entertainment, information that empowers, real talk. A safe space to learn and grow. Real sisterhood. Let's talk. Let's grow. Let's thrive together. Join the tribe.
Hi, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Try Talk Show. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful.
How was Valentine's Day?
Oh, it was good. Yeah, it was good. It was more of a family affair this time around, so I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that we were spoiled by our awesome daddy.
Oh, that's
Yeah, he
good.
cooked and had a whole spread for us. It was really beautiful.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I would have asked now, but I'm sure Nia and Shannon looked out for you.
Oh, of course I did. As usual, I got flowers from the men in my life. So I'm very grateful. But yeah, so today we decided to do something different. We don't have any guests, and we're just gonna be talking about the trending stories. We want to touch on the Russian man.
Oh, now
And
it was a very disgusting.
I know. And so do you mind just summarizing the story for those that haven't seen it?
So this was this random guy from Russia who was kind of taking advantage of women in Africa. I think it was in Kenya, Ghana, and South Africa.
I didn't see the South Africa
Okay.
one. I
All
think
right.
I think he went to Ghana, Kenya, and Uganda. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what he was doing was just preying on women. So
Yeah.
meet these random women, compliment them, and manage to get them to sleep with him.
Yeah.
And he was doing all this while recording them.
Yeah.
You know, this makes me feel so embarrassed and ashamed because, as African women, we often pride ourselves with good morals. I mean, how do you just meet a random guy on the road and follow him? Fall for him?
So with this, I think what was very disturbing was the way he was meeting these women. First of all, he was recording them secretly. He was they said he was using the meta glasses
Yeah.
to record. So he would just go into random places, pick up a woman, and then film himself in a hotel with them. Allegedly, he was engaging in sexual encounters with these women. Some of them have now come out and said that they never did. But that whole thing is very disturbing. But the first thing that I thought about was I honestly feel like colonialism did a number on us, because
Yeah.
I think a lot of these women, a lot of us Africans, we still view, like our white counterparts is like more superior. So he was very much able to get away with certain things because of his skin color, and he definitely took advantage of it, because some of these women were seeing him as like the savior. Oh, he's going to take us with him to Russia. And
Now, you think that if the role was switched, if this was a black man, do you think they would have gotten away with that?
I don't think so.
I
I definitely
So I
don't think so.
definitely agree with you on the way we see foreigners as more superior than us and just tend to fall for them easily.
Yeah. And at first I thought it was about money, but as the women, as we have seen interviews of the women have saying that they were not getting paid. They were not getting paid. It's that thing of, I think majority of them were definitely hoping that this person was interested in them. And you see someone that's coming from Europe. And this goes with even men, even African men that go home during the holidays. They prey on innocent people in Africa that are looking for that better
Yeah.
opportunity. They think, oh, this person, because this person lives abroad, they're going to, give me an opportunity to go abroad. But I think that man should be in jail. He needs to be held accountable. And people are like, oh, the women were consenting, but they didn't know they were being
They
filmed.
didn't know they were being filmed, and that alone is illegal.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that our leaders look into this and help get justice for these women.
Yeah, because if an African man had come from Africa and starts recording European people or American people and taking advantage, oh, I mean,
They will be on the news.
they'll be on the news. We're talking about Epstein files right now. I'm not saying it's the same thing because they were adults, but we don't even know what he filmed.
The extent it went, yeah.
We don't know the extent that he went.
Some of the content you have to actually pay. So not only did he take advantage of them, he also monetized it. So he has a paid Instagram, Telegram.
Telegram.
You have to pay in order to access this recordings.
That's a disgusting man.
Yeah, as Africa, as women generally, we need to do better. And not only, some of these women were also married women.
Yeah.
I learned that some of them are married. We need to do better.
Yeah.
We need to really shape off this inferiority complex. Many African women are beautiful. We are gorgeous. We're intelligent. We have everything going.
He was saying, do you know the whole concept behind this telegram? He was encouraging other European men to say, don't worry about these European women. Go to Africa, you can get any girl that you want.
That's a shame.
That's a shame. That's a shame. And I know that African men are having a field day saying, oh, African women are now loose. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think these women, obviously the ones that were married, no, lady.
Well, even married or single, it was wrong. Before you will let anybody see what is underneath your skirt, you're supposed to get to know them. You know, where is our values? Where is our moral? How do you just, I follow a random stranger to the hotel room?
But then, do you know my problem with that content? This person is a content creator.
Yes.
We don't know how long he pursued this woman. Because what we are seeing is what he wants us to believe. He was filming for the purpose of trying to say you can get a random girl and sleep with her the same night. These women, most of them are coming back with change of clothes. So we don't know if it's the same day. We don't know whether he's pursuing them. Maybe he dated them. Like, I never really want to take anything that we see on social media as so like face value. That content could be edited. He could have just gone there with the agenda. This is what I want to do. I mean, even anyway, when people are taking content, they take and they pick and choose what they show. So
I agree with you. I'm just glad that the awareness is there now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that people are seeing this and they're taking notes.
You have those glasses. Do they show that people are filming?
They do. Well,
really?
Well, you have to really be familiar with them. It's just a blink that you might ignore, especially during the day. At nighttime, you can see the light, but during the day, it's very difficult to notice. So it's just a tiny little light on the side of the glasses. And I'm glad you asked because that's very, very popular now. So people, they might not quite be popular in Africa, but these glasses are here and they are here to stay. So people need to be aware of them, especially when you're talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Don't say too much because you might be on camera.
You may be on camera.
Yeah.
But it's such a pity, and I think that man is very insecure.
I sure hope
in himself.
Get justice. I hope that to make him a scapegoat.
Exactly.
Or counterparts arrive to continue this mission.
Exactly. But we'll be right back with our trending stories. And next up, we want to discuss the Davido paternity test. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, tribe. So another news this week is our awesome Davido. You know I'm a fan.
Listen.
And I hate that it's on the news, especially for anything negative.
Me, I am Team Davido all the way. All the way. Oh, my lady Davido.
He can do no wrong.
He cannot do no wrong. And recently he withdrew his joint custody for his daughter. I think what's her name? Imade. With the first, she's the first baby mother, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the first baby mother.
Right now.
Yeah, and he said that he got triggered in court because they were trying to bring his late son. The defense was trying to use his late son, and I really think that's really stooping low. And unfortunately, that's lawyers, right?
Yep. They will want to get on
Yeah.
because what the judge is looking for is your reaction.
Reaction.
Want to really know if you're capable, if you are in control of
Yeah.
your emotions, if you can be trusted with a child.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad that they really got to him.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm sad they got to him. And I saw that the baby mother responded and said that the reason why she's not supportive of the joint custody is because Davido wants to be taking the child to America to his current wife. And
what's wrong with that?
she feels that the current wife does not like her. So that
Like
thing,
her or like the child?
that thing of if someone doesn't like me, they're not gonna like my child. So she doesn't feel comfortable with her child being in America. And she also mentioned that Davido travels a lot, so the child is likely to be with the with Chioma. And to be honest with you, I on that when she said that, I totally agree with her. Because as a mother, you want your child to be safe. You want to make sure that your child is in a safe
And
environment.
what makes you feel like just because Shoma doesn't like her will make the child unsafe? What makes you feel like that? You have to realize that these people are celebrities. There are people around them all the time. And I don't think the Shoma has a heart of hatred towards the child. Or
She may have seen something.
But how do you deny a child the presence and attention of her father just because of how you feel about the current wife?
Yeah, and this is a father, and I know so many single women that are literally begging the fathers to be in their children's lives, and the fathers don't want. So when I see a man trying, to be a father, I think they should have tried to come to some
I
resolution.
think she's just being resentful and jealous.
Yeah, that could be it because they were together with Davido, and apparently there was some overlapping on when he was seeing both of them. So he chose Chioma. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Let it go.
But think about the child.
Yes,
Both of them, like the child is the loser here. Just Davido mentioned, because she is the one that is being denied access, a free access to her dad, and he's such a loving dad.
Yeah.
So
Unlike
some other people.
Unlike some people we won't mention. Unlike some people we won't
I
mention.
just wish that for the sake of this child, they will reconsider this whole custody thing. And that guy, I think he's a good guy.
I love Davido. Listen, I love Davido. And the thing is, he's present in all his other children. I think he has 2 other children outside of the marriage. And I think with this particular one, she wanted to be his wife. And that's where the bitterness comes from. That is the issue. When I see most of the time when you see a baby mother playing hard to get and using child as pawn, it's because they didn't get their way and they want to use that child. But to all the single mothers, I just want to say, please think about your children. Think about your child. Your child will always benefit from having both parents. And you're denying this child to also have access to the siblings. I mean, I've come a long way with, the father of my children, but my children love their siblings and they were actually on vacation together because I've always known that my children will benefit more. As much as I can be a good mother, I can never be their father.
And that's you being a bigger person. That's you seeing beyond yourself, having their best
interest at heart.
So, and that's what a lot of parents need to see. Need to know that this battle is not yours.
Yeah.
It's about the child.
It's about the child and choosing what works for the child. And sometimes as women, we have to swallow our pride and we have to just say, I don't think Davido should have given up. I think they should have just tried to find a mediator where they can reach to a resolution. I understand when the woman says, you are in a totally different country and your child is in a different country. I don't know if I would have been comfortable with that. Maybe now, because my kids are older, if they want to go and visit their dad, I don't have an issue with it. He lives in a totally different country from us. But I don't think I would have been comfortable if they were younger and if there is history.
They can always make a better arrangement.
Yes.
I think because the child here, the daughter that she has here, whenever I believe that the way I see their videos when she has to go with them to wherever, there's always the mom or the grandma or somebody around the family to look out for her. It's always with them. They have the money, they have the resources.
Yeah, they have the resources. Maybe she can even come.
Exactly. They have private jets. If she doesn't feel comfortable leaving her daughter with the dad alone in another country, hop on the private jet and come on the ride.
But I also think she may not be in good terms with Choma because remember, the wife has got to say. The wife has got to say on what goes on. She may say, I don't want my private jet. I don't want any private
They can
jet.
always make an arrangement. But anyway, we're going to wish them all the luck. And I hope that, there's a reconsideration for the sake of the child.
Yeah, and I just want to say to all the single mothers, I know sometimes the man would have hurt you so bad. I know I've been there, but always think about your children. You don't want these children to grow up and start resenting you because you're the one that was blocking their father to be in their life. So sometimes, as painful as it may be, let's put the children first. And let's just try by all means to allow the fathers to be in their lives. If they mess it up, it's nothing to do with you. Yeah. So we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back with my country people.
Welcome back, tribe. We're still on this train of ours now.
Yeah,
We're
gossip.
Gears to our South African. So, sis, what is going on with your country people? I almost feel like you guys cannot get rid of this man, no matter how hard you try.
Yeah, so our former President Mugabe's son, was arrested in South Africa for allegedly firing a gun at their, I think they said it was the guard or gardener. It's not really clear as to what's happening. But this particular son, Chatunga, is called Bellarmine Chatunga, has been in trouble with the law before and is very concerning. And I think the father is turning in his grave because these kids are not really carrying his legacy in a positive way. And he has been allowed to get away with things. He has done so many things in Zimbabwe where he will go into jail or he will be arrested, he will beat up someone, and then he was just let go. And that's what people are saying. Even this story, I don't know, I was looking at it this morning, and it looks like they are now saying the gardener can't remember who shot him. So it looks like
family silenced him already.
It looks like he's not going to be held accountable. He's going to get away with it.
That has to bring up questions like, what are we doing with our children? The way we are raising them.
Enabling
them. Look at this now. This poor guy can't even rest in peace because his legacy is not legacy.
Yeah. And I'm sure the mom made a phone call.
Yeah.
The mom must have made a phone call to the president of South Africa. Now I'm sorry. Children, please allow him.
Yeah. Keep enabling them. And but hey, that's their own headache. Let's talk about our own children. You understand? Because I know a lot of us are in this situation. Whereby
on a smaller scale.
On a smaller scale, we feel like, these children's emotions really matter. We don't want to discipline them because we don't want to hurt their feelings. How important is it, as us as parents to instill discipline in our children right from the beginning?
I always say if you don't discipline your children, the world will.
Yeah.
The world will.
That's when
because no matter what, if you don't have rules, if you don't enforce rules in your home, your child is going to suffer out there because the world has rules. There are rules and engagement in this world. So maybe the police would teach your children rules, will teach your children discipline, or maybe someone you will get short outside there. Someone is going to teach your children, and they're going to struggle because some people don't even want their children to do chores. They say, because I struggled, I don't want my children
That
to
is the
struggle.
part that really gets me, especially when they're raising boys. They feel like, oh, boys are meant to do chores. A lot of young boys, they will be on video games when their parents are cooking, when their mom is cleaning, or when the other female children around the house is doing chores and they are cleaning. And you wonder why these children will grow up and, be disrespectful. They become nuisance in society. I've run into situations whereby a child will be yelling back at their mom inside the store, throwing tantrums, and mom will become helpless. Especially African parents. We've come a long way, and we come here and then we settled and we feel like
Let's adopt these
the
cultures.
Western culture that don't spank.
Yeah, I spank.
They say spare a rod and spoil a child. If you would instill the discipline from the beginning, yeah, like you said, the society will discipline them for you. It's just that at that point, it might be already too late.
Yeah. Do you know what I think it is? I think our parents, some of our parents were really bad when it comes to discipline. Some of the disciplining was almost like abuse. So I think our generation, our generation are now saying, because I was, they don't look at it as discipline. They're now saying our parents were abusive. So because our parents were abusive, I don't want that for my children. But unfortunately, I know that our parents, I'm not going to lie, some of them took it to extremes. Some of them definitely took it to extremes because there's a difference between abuse and discipline. But I think we need to find a balance between disciplining our children and spoiling them. Because if you continue to spoil your kids, you are not doing them any good. They will struggle in the world. Your children still need to go and work. And in the work, they're expected to listen. They are expected to do the same chores. When you're telling your children to do chores at home, you are slowly teaching them about work ethic. You are slowly teaching them what is expected of them when they go outside in the world. And if you say, I don't want my children to do any chores, what's going to happen when they go to work? Because they've never been told, you have to do this and you have to do this by end of the day. I want this before the end of the day. You have to complete this task. So when we are telling our children to do chores at home, we are prepping them. When we are disciplining, we are prepping them for the world, because the world is not kind to untrained, undisciplined, unruly kids.
Now, discipline, I understand. A lot of people might have PTSD from parents' discipline back home and all. But in this era, discipline don't have to require spanking. You don't really have to spank or yell at them. Discipline actually starts from you being a great role model to them, having conversations, spending time together. A lot of us, we work so hard, we're always done. So we don't come back and try to sit with our children to check in with them, to see what they are struggling with, to spend quality time with them. So discipline don't necessarily have to be about, beating them up.
Yeah.
I think if we spend time with them, get to know them, nurture, role model the behavior that we want them to copy, nurture them, and also guide them spiritually.
Yeah. The guidance part is where it's lacking, because now parents think providing for your children, giving them all the gadgets that they want. I know some people that their children are being raised by their tablet. When the children are in the house, it's like this, constantly like this. That child can't function without the tablet. They can't function. You see kids, they are so quiet. You don't even know if there's a child in the house. They're just like this. And I think us as parents, we are becoming lazy. We are letting the world, raise our children. Gone are the days where we used to read books with our children. We used to go to the park with the children. And I think in order for you to really raise children that are emotionally intelligent, that are for the world, that
Mentally
are
stable.
mentally stable, prepared for the world, you have to be present.
You have
And a lot of parents are not present.
Yep, that's the key. That's the key point. That's the key.
But yeah, our tribe, we want to hear what you think about this. I think my final word would be, let's teach our children emotional regulation. Otherwise, they're going to end up,
Yep.
shooting people. And let's model. The children are going to see what we do, and they are going to copy what we do. What's your final word?
I think you said it all. Being present. That presence is so important. And don't be afraid to take away the gadgets. Don't, because for me, everything is timed. I regulate their time on screen and all. And when it's family time, we don't negotiate that every night. Always family time where everybody review their day, and then we say a prayer and everybody go to bed. So I think parents should not be afraid to hurt their children's feelings. It's better you do it now than for you to allow the society to do it for you later.
Exactly. And that's unfortunately all we have time for this week. And we will continue to bring trending stories. And if you want to be a guest on the show, please reach out to us.
Please.
We want to have as many guests as we can. This is your show. It's all about us African women. And we really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time.